And we are here with another exciting match from Fatsoid. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we got we're playing against a mirror match. It's Tenyi Swordsoul versus Tenyi Swordsoul. Spicy, spicy. He goes into the Monk of the Tenyi. He goes Incredible Ecclesia, and I'm like, no, bitch. Ash Blossom. Goodbye. You ain't getting your card. You think you sneaky? You not. So he activates Ashuna's effect. He's going to be special summoning Adahara. I think he thought Adahara would have been able to go into Christian Halki Fiberax. But it can't. So he goes into Shaman of the Tenyi. And then he's like, oh, I'll just go into Strategist. And here, he's like, I'll just go into Baron de Fleur. Well, you just used your other Tenyi Ashuna's effect. So you can only go into Worm Monsters. So he's only going to be able to go into Shenyang. So I'm not sure if it was a misplay or it was intentional. But I can't imagine going to Shaman of the Tenyi is what he wanted to do. So I'm going to draw, get Max C, pretty good card. Tenyi Ashuna, I'll show him how to actually do stuff. Adahara, boom. We're going to the most broken card in this deck. And that is Baxia. And then we're going to send those two cards back into his extra deck. Use Swordsoul Emergence. He's going to Ash Blossom it because he's a stupid little bitch. When I do it, I'm a Mega Chad. When he does it, he's a bitch. That's how that works. We're going to set this card. Use Baxia to bring back Adahara. We're going to Synchro Summon into our level 9. I don't even know. I'm not even going to... Chao Fang? I think that's right. So now, since I use Baxia, he cannot activate the effects of light monsters. And he just scoops. Boom. That's how you do it. Lock him out. Here we go. It looks like we're going to be playing against another mirror match. This time we're on the play. So we're going to Shuna. Shuna is going into Shaman. And then I'm going to use Fashuta's effect. Then I'm going to activate Ashuna's effect. Play Adahara. We're going to go into Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. We're going to play Moye. Target Taie. Now we're going to go into our beautiful Xiao Zhao. Qi Zhao. Qi Zhao. That sounds pretty cool. And we're going to get our free draw. We end up drawing another Moye. And we get our Swordsoul Emergence. I use Emergence. So I got Swordsoul Emergence because I wanted to thin out the deck. It was pretty clear he didn't have Ash. And then we're going to go into Shenyang. So he's fucked. He's actually just fucking brutally fucked. And I'm going to use that just to get our Shuna back for next turn in case he can board wipe us. So his only out is Lightning Storm or Regeki or something like that. So he's going to use Incredible Ecclesia's effect. I let it go through. He used Fallon of Albaz. So he's playing like a Albaz Swordsoul deck. I use Shenyang, negate. And yes, you can use Qi Zhao right now, but I don't see the point in doing Qi Zhao. I want to Qi Zhao off Berserker's effect. So he's going to Swordsoul Moye. Berserker's going to activate. This is why I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. I mean, essentially it did the same thing regardless because I'm banishing Albaz. But then he gets out his strategist. He has the thing about Swordsoul is they have so many fucking extenders. They can just keep going and going and going. So he gets his Baron de Fleur off. I'm like, oh, that's cute. It's adorable. He tries to pop this. No idea why. It's like the one card you can't kill. And, I mean, realistically, he can't really do much, but he should have killed one of these cards. But now he's just super dead. His last card, Solomon Warning. If it wasn't that, I was going to be able to do some more shenanigans. I'm just going to have Tenyi break through both of them and then attack with both my monsters, and he's doomed. Alright, for this last one, it's going to be a bit of a longer match, so that's why it's going to be the last one. He's playing 3 set, 1 set down, and we're going to have to play through some cards. So we start off with Incredible Ecclesia. He's going to call by the grave it. I wanted to punch my screen right now and also kill my wife. After he did this, every time I get called by the grave, I just have immense rage that just overflows me. So I play Swordsoul. What is his name? Long? What the fuck it is? Long Yan. Alright. I've been playing this deck for a while. I still don't even know their names. I just know him as Thick Bitch. That's kind of what I refer to him as. Because he's looking extra thick in that fucking art. Look at that. He's going to call by the grave my Ash. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? At this point, like, I'm getting close to doing something I'll regret. But he gets his search and then discard. I'm like, okay, what do you got for me? Card in my head's dead for his turn anyway. So I'm like, Incredible Ecclesia is a really good draw because it pretty much lets me get Taie, which is a really good search for me. We're going to be able to go into, I assume, Chenying. Oh, we actually go into a Mega because he has 1 card in hand. So the reason why a Mega is so good in this situation is because I can continuously dodge removal. Right? You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep dodging his removal. So he's like, Regeki. I'm like, oh, that's easy. Let me dodge that shit. Fucking goodbye. And then he has Forbidden fucking Droplet. And he's so stupid. He could have just sent Regeki with his Forbidden Droplet. But he gives me a free card advantage. He sends Ghost Meets Girl. But yeah, that kind of tilted the shit out of me. I'm not even going to lie. I draw Moye. And I'm like, okay, I can make this work. So we return Protos back to the deck, and we just end our turn because we literally can't do anything. He sets a card. It is like a grindier match. I draw Nibiru. This is what happens when you have like fucking 60 hand traps in the deck. But you kind of need it. For this deck, it's able to run like that. So we go Ecclesia again. Activate Ecclesia. Get another Moye. Moye is going to show Moye. And then we're going to go into Baxia. And Baxia is so broken, dude. It's just like... It's such a beautiful card. And then we're going to attack him for 23. We have a very good hand for next turn. So even if he deals with Baxia, it's not going to really matter. This Ash was huge. I knew he had no call by the graves because he can't run 3. So this Ash was huge, and he just concedes. He's like, alright, you got this, bitch.
Every year, the fat white man struggles to survive because he doesn't get any subscriptions. Today, you can subscribe, and he may survive yet another year.
Hey guys, this is the deck I was running. Let's go over the cards real quick. So we run pretty standard. We're running 3 Adahara. For our Tenyi, we're running 2 Vishuda and 3 Ashuna. And this is very standard with the Tenyi list. Another standard thing is the Swordsoul Moye. We run 3 of those. 1 Taie. Some people run 2. And 3 Long Yans. So in the 3 Incredible Ecclesia, all this is very standard. Now, let's just talk about the odd cards, because we got Pot of Desires at 3. Again, most people are running that at 3. Swordsoul Emergency, most people are running at 3. I'm running Vessel at 2 because honestly, it felt a little clunky at 3. And we got Heavenly Dragon Circle. This card's a little on the off and off. We have this at 2, and this is specifically in the deck because we're running Protos, and it allows us to give us a good search option for the card, and this card single-handedly can shut down DPE. As you can see, you banish 3 monsters with different attributes, which is very easy for this deck to do. And if you do that, this cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can declare 1 attribute, destroy all monsters in the field of that attribute, and until the end of the next turn, neither player can special summon monsters of that attribute. So this is a perfect counter to DPE. Yes, they'll activate their effect to destroy something. I don't know. But this will lock DPE from being able to be summoned next turn. So it's a very good card. Now, let's look at the other odd cards. We're running 2 cross-out designators. We run that because I am honestly sick of getting max seed, and honestly I barely draw them anyway, so it's kind of annoying. But they're in the deck for a specific reason. Also, it's to fight Nibiru. That's why we run the 1 of Nibiru. It's also to fight Lightning Storm. Nobody expects for Lightning Storm to get negated by a cross-out designator. So we're running 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Nibiru, 1 Infinite Impermanence, and all counter just random 1-ofs. Because Infinite Impermanence can really put a halter on your combos as well. So it's a good to run. We run the 1 Swordsoul Blackout so we could search off of our Yugioh. So when we do our searches, if we have all the other cards that are appropriate in our hand, we can get Blackout to really disrupt our opponent as well. Another card that we're running is Deskbot, because we are running the Halki Fibrax and Auroradon package. What this package allows us to do, we can either get a Yazi out on the field, or we can get a Baron de Fleur off of this combo. So it's still very important. I was actually thinking about running 1 Mech Beast Phantom Lion. So I was actually thinking about running 1 of those, but I'm already at 44 cards in this deck. So I think if I was going to cut out this Protos package, I might include something to make Auroradon even better. Something like Lion or Colt Wing or something like that. This deck is extremely strong. I think this deck, or at least any variation of this deck, Swordsoul Tenyi, I believe it's definitely like a tier 0 deck. I think it's by far better than every other deck in the format. So this deck has a really high skill ceiling, and what that means is the more you play this deck, the better you're obviously going to be getting, but it's the skill ceiling, because there's so many decisions to make. You can always pretty much get better with this deck, is what I'm saying. Like you can always get better with this deck. And a lot of these games, you're gonna have like hindsight moments, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this the next time I play this deck. Let's go over the extra deck really quick. The best card in the extra deck is Baxia. Baxia is insane. This card is so nuts. So when this card synchro summon, you can target cards in the field equal to the number of different original attributes of word monsters used to synchro summon this, and then target like how crazy just that 1 effect's crazy, right? Now let's talk about this. So the tokens that these monsters summon are water attribute. So if you're wondering why sometimes I was only sending 1 card back, is because Moye is a water type, so it's technically I'm only using 1 attribute. But with any of the other, like Taya and Longyan, that it would send back 2. I would be able to pick 2 cards in the field. And the secondary effect's insane, because you can just destroy a dead card in your hand to pretty much summon a tuner monster from your graveyard, and then you can go into our Chao Feng, and Chao Feng pretty much will lock out light monsters. Like, think of it as like a mini True King of all calamities. It pretty much, they can still summon the cards, but they cannot activate effects of the monsters with the original attribute. So that's the deck. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best in answering them. Bye!